Okay, let's talk about keto. It's been everywhere for what feels like forever, right? You probably know someone who swears by it, maybe someone else who thinks it's the worst thing imaginable. So, what's the real story? Is it the holy grail of fat loss and boundless energy, or just another fleeting diet trend that'll be forgotten in a few years? Well, if we've learned anything in the world of health, it's that the truth is usually more nuanced than the headlines. Keto isn't magic, and it's definitely not a dangerous fad. Think of it like a specialized tool, and like any tool, its effectiveness depends entirely on how you wield it. You can't expect to become some lean, energized machine by just mindlessly gorging on bacon and cheese. If you jump in blind, you're likely in for a bumpy ride. So, let's cut through all the noise and look at what the ketogenic diet actually is, how it works, and whether it's something worth considering in your own life. Instead of just rattling off facts, let's unpack this. To really grasp keto, we need to go back to the basics, how our bodies produce energy. Most of us are walking around running on carbs. Think about it: your toast in the morning, the pasta at lunch, maybe that sugary afternoon snack. All those carbs are broken down into glucose, which is basically sugar, and then burned for energy. It's a quick, simple system, but the problem is, glucose is like a bonfire, it burns out fast. Ever had that afternoon energy slump after a big meal? That's your blood sugar spiking, giving you that initial boost, and then crashing hard, leaving you feeling drained and reaching for another pick-me-up. It's why we can feel like we need a snack every couple of hours, or why we can wake up starving even after a massive dinner the night before. Our energy levels are all over the place. Now, imagine we take those quick carbs out of the equation. Just like that, your body's easy energy supply is gone. It's like turning off the lights. So, what does it do? It has to find another fuel source, and that's where the magic, or more accurately, the science, of keto kicks in. Your body starts breaking down fat into something called ketones. Think of ketones like a different type of fuel, not like kindling but like logs of slow-burning wood in a fireplace, burning steadier and for much longer. This is ketosis, the state where your body is relying on fat instead of sugar for energy. When that happens, a lot of people experience a dramatic shift in how they feel, more consistent energy, less hunger, and even some mental clarity. Sounds amazing, right? Well, hold on, because getting into ketosis isn't as simple as just tossing out the bread and pasta. It's not just a free-for-all where you can stuff your face with all the fatty foods you can get your hands on. That's where a lot of people get lost. They see keto and think it's a green light for bacon, cheese, and just piling on the fat. They feel like they've cracked some secret code to health by drowning everything in butter. The truth is that keto works best when you focus on quality, whole foods. Yes, it's high in fat, but it's about healthy fats. There's a world of difference between a beautifully cooked salmon with roasted vegetables and a pile of processed meats and greasy fast food. We're talking real, whole foods. Think about it: a keto-friendly breakfast could be scrambled eggs with avocado and a handful of spinach. A lunch could be a big, vibrant salad with grilled chicken, olive oil and a sprinkle of nuts. And dinner? A nice, juicy steak with some roasted asparagus and mashed cauliflower with butter. You're still getting that satiating fat, but you're also giving your body a ton of nutrients. Compare that to someone who is living on just bacon and cheese all day. Sure, they might be in ketosis, but they're also likely to feel pretty awful. They're missing out on vital fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are essential for how our bodies function. It's not just about cutting carbs, it's about nourishing yourself from within. And then there's the carb trap, which is where I see so many people stumble. A lot of beginners believe that keto means zero carbs, and that's just not true. It's a low-carb diet, not a no-carb diet. You can definitely include some lower-carb vegetables, nuts, and even small amounts of berries. But if you go down the path of obsessively cutting out any and all carbs, including most healthy vegetables, your diet will just become a miserable, restrictive experience and, frankly, unsustainable. If keto is so great, why do some people feel so miserable when they start? This is where the dreaded keto flu comes in, a nasty little phase some people go through as their body adapts to burning fat instead of sugar. For the first few days, you might feel exhausted, foggy-headed, maybe a little nauseous. You might get a headache, or just feel weak. It's not fun, but it's temporary, and usually, it happens because you're not drinking enough water or getting your electrolytes in. It's our bodies recalibrating. Here are some practical things you can do about it. Drink more water, a lot more than you think you need. Keep a water bottle handy throughout the day and sip on it regularly. Electrolytes are also crucial. Salt, potassium, and magnesium are key, so look for keto-friendly electrolyte powders, or start paying attention to sodium in your diet. Start slow, too. Don't cut all your carbs at once. Gradually reduce them to allow your body time to adapt. Once you get through that adjustment period, that's where things start to smooth out and people start experiencing the real benefits. Most people try keto for weight loss, and yes, it's definitely effective for that. But there are other benefits that aren't always talked about. For one, many people notice their hunger levels decrease significantly. Because fat keeps you full for longer, you're less likely to have those constant cravings and energy slumps throughout the day. You naturally eat less without even trying, which is a huge change for many of us. Then, there's the mental clarity, the brain fog lift. Some people feel like their focus becomes sharper, like they finally broke through that mental haze. It's not just anecdotal, ketones are a more efficient fuel source for the brain. There's research being done on keto's positive effects on things like epilepsy, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's, although the exact mechanisms aren't fully understood yet. It's an area of research that's growing quickly. Now, it's crucial to remember, keto isn't for everyone. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, or have a history of eating disorders, it's probably not the best choice. If you have diabetes or heart disease, always talk to your doctor before making drastic dietary changes. And, here's a big one. If you absolutely love carbs, and can't imagine cutting them out long term, don't force yourself. The most effective diet is the one you can maintain. Some people do keto for a few months to break their sugar addiction, and then transition into a more balanced, low-carb diet. Others fully embrace keto and stick with it long term. It's about finding what works for your own body and your own lifestyle. So, is keto worth trying? If you are interested in losing weight, gaining control over your hunger and energy levels, and you're curious about those mental benefits, it might be worth a shot. But don't think of it as a quick fix. It's a change in the way your body fuels itself, and you have to approach it with intention. Focus on whole, nutritious foods. Drink plenty of water. Get your electrolytes in order. Be patient with your body as it adjusts. And understand that what you see online is not the whole picture. If you do these things, you'll have a much better experience than those who jump in blindly and then wonder why they feel awful. I think of keto as a valuable tool, but one that needs to be handled with respect, with thought, and with a healthy dose of common sense. It's not magic, it's science, and it's something that can be adapted to work with your own unique body and needs. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. Have you tried keto? What was your experience? Share it. There are a lot of people out there who are curious but also intimidated. And if you want more practical, no-nonsense health advice, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let's learn together. See you in the next video.